Alright, what's up YouTube? This is Adriano with 89Sabers, and today I've got a demo video for this 89Sabers Kestis. This was actually a reinstall, so I did end up taking out the electronics that were in the Saber, reused the board, changed out the speaker, added some components. So this is the finished product. I did also weather this Saber. So I guess I'll start with that. Just use some aluminum black for all the aluminum parts. I used various paints and everything to get this rust effect with the these little slashes down at the bottom. The grip is black, but the paint is kind of dyed back a little bit so that it looks more weathered. Aluminum black up here. Put some dings in the shroud. If you can see these, there's one right here, one up top right here, and a little one right here. Yeah, that's about it for the weathering, at least. So let's get into the inside of the Saber, and there's also a blade plug with it. And if you take that out, you can see your Neopixel connector in there. That is changed out. The one that was in it originally, the holder for that connector was glued in, so I had to Swiss cheese the shit out of it and just to get it out. So that kind of got damaged in the process. So I gave you a fresh hilt side blade connector in there. If you open the hilt from here, you can take the grip off, and here's what you can see from from here. You did have me make this fully removable. Before it also was. It had this kind of cool little pin, PCB connection, but I took that out because I wanted to give myself more room on the chassis. It actually goes up like all the way into the little thin neck section up here, because you also wanted a crystal chamber. So this is the entire chassis, if you can see that. So it's got a new PCB up there that just transmits positive, negative, and data for the blade, your buttons, your crystal chamber. There is some accent lighting in here that I'll show off here in a second. This is your battery cradle, spring side being your negative. The same Profi board that was in it before. It is a 3.9. Let's see what else. 28mm speaker at the bottom. And it is a bigger speaker than it was before, so it does sound very good. And then I used some gasket sealer to make sure that that was all nice and completely enclosed and everything. It is fully enclosed actually too. There's not even the openings on the side for the battery tabs, so you are getting the best sound quality possible out of this thing. The way that I was programming this board as I was working on it, as you can see, you can't get anything any data cables or anything in through there, so I just popped the board up like that. I did put a little dab of glue back this way, so it kind of works as a hinge, so the back end won't pop up, but the front end does. I did say spring side was your negative, but yeah, and I just gave it a little rub and buff treatment, try to make it a little bit spicy with a little bit of silvering on some of the edges, gold on some of the greebly work that I did. Nothing super crazy, but I did try to take a lot of time into this top edge over here with all these, rods, and just make it look like it has a unique shape instead of just, a straight cylinder with, different cuts and everything. So I try to do something a little bit different than I normally do with this one. And these tubes over here actually have the wires running through them, so that's how I hid those. But yeah, that's about it. So let me pop the battery in and show that accent lighting. So there's that pixel up front, if you can see that. And then the crystal is also lit up. It's kind of hard to see with my light shining, but I can actually turn this off for a second so that you can see it a little bit better. There you go. So that's that. So in putting it back into the Saber, it's not too complicated, but there's a little bit of a trick to it. So this has like an open channel, if you can see that, and this is kind of closed off at the front. So the rods face up towards you with this button here, and it goes in like this. If you try to put it any other way, it doesn't go in all the way. And that's how you know that it goes in all the way, when it this threading touches against this step right here. So it'll be like that. Accent lighting does shut off after a certain amount of time. So let's put that in. You can throw your grip on, and then when you get close to the end, what you can do is turn it like a quarter turn back, and then press the auxiliary button until it clicks properly, like that. And then you can quickly just press and hold and thread it the rest of the way. That just ensures that it aligns properly. So you can just press and hold and twist real quick. And as you can see, that works. Power button. You do have twist on, swing on, all the gesture features there. Let me go back to the...
My name is Dagon Gera.
So the Dagon Gera fonts that you wanted, they're at the end of the list, and you start with the Fallen Order version of Kestis' font. So I'll just start with that. There's your pixel connector lighting up. Your crystal does flash on certain clashes, you know. Some blaster blocks. Some force sounds. Crystal does react to those. Go to the next one.
Blue. Let him go.
So these are getting into the Survivor fonts. And this is the Survivor 2 bundle that Bloom Bomba, K-Sith, and Kyberphonic all collaborated on. Arguably the best package from that game in terms of fonts. Let's see, let's go to the next one.
Blue crossguard.
So you've got, you know, all the regulars and crossguard versions of each color.
Cyan.
And if you can see,
Cyan. Green.
let's go to green. They're all the correct colors. Some force sounds. And then I'll go back to the end where
Cyan cross.
Dagon
Cyan.
fonts are.
Blue crossguard. Blue. My name is Dagon Gera.
So this is the dark side version. It's red.
Jedi Knight Dagon Gera.
Here's the light side version. I'll go ahead and demo it with the blade real quick. Oops. Give it a little toast. You can just insert your blade and tighten your retention screw. I don't have a whole lot of room, but there's the whole entire blade. Show some blaster blocks. Some clashes, the ignition and retraction effects.
My name is Dagon Gera. Blue. Blue cross. Cyan.
It's one of my favorite colors right here. Yeah, and then just, I mean, you've already had this hilt, you just had it reinstalled, so you already know how to use it. You can just loosen this retention screw, take your blade out. Pop your blade plug back in. And tighten that back up. So yeah, that is your Kestis reinstall with crystal chamber and completely removable chassis. As always, if you have any questions, you can let me know. I'm going to be sending this out back to you in the next couple days. So if you have any last minute requests or anything, you know, feel free to message me. But that is your saber. I hope you enjoy it. This was a really fun chassis to make because of all the different things I tried to do with it. I like how the crystal shows in between the vents. This really makes me want a Kestis for myself. I just haven't gotten around to getting it yet, but maybe one day. But yeah, to the client, thank you again for your commission, and I thank you for your patience as well. You've probably been one of my clients that has waited one of the longest time, so I thank you for your patience. It's greatly appreciated. But yeah, in the near future, I've got a couple sabers coming up. I've got a War Sabers Katarn, which I'm really excited for. That hilt is super cool. What else is coming up? I've got a Jimmy's Saber Junk Survivor, a Super Stunt Qui-Gon. So there's some cool stuff coming up. So if you're interested in that, stick around. Those videos will be coming out soon. But yeah, as always, may the Force be with you.